welcome to another episode of Shooting
the Shit with Rachel
and Neal Young. So we're talking all things real estate photography business growth, mindset, and getting it done. Here come your favorite true entrepreneurs, Rachel and Neal Young, shooting the shit.
I have a ferret on the podcast. Like if we're kind of in a slump, like what kind of things do you do?
Talking about a boob light.
Straddling a power line.
Nice photo.
Ooh, I need that.
I'm like red right now because I'm embarrassed. I go like this. I love it.
Come in.
Sure, use your podcast voice.
You know, over here, I'm kidding out.
Drone's like flipping to the ground.
That's a great callback.
Chit-chatting.
Is that what you call that? Hey!
This episode is brought to you by my admin. Well, HDPhotoHub, which is basically like having an admin.
That's right. And it's not just a delivery platform. It's a powerhouse designed to make your work shine. From stunning teaser videos and social media reels to custom property websites and polished printable flyers, HDPhotoHub automates it all so you can focus on what matters, growing your business.
That's right.
Well, hello, and welcome back to the podcast. Thank you, first off, for being a dedicated listener. If you've been with us for a while, if you're new here, Neal and I have been podcasting now for about 3 years. We're on episode 90 something. I'm not quite sure, but we're getting up there. When we started this podcast, I remember you told me that most people don't make it past like 10 podcasts or something like that. And he said, you know, you've made it when you've made it to 100 episodes. And at first, 100 episodes, that's nothing. Here we are 3 years later, and we still haven't hit 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm excited for that when we do hit it. That'll be cool.
Yes, it
That'll
will.
be exciting. Yeah.
Celebrate. But yeah, it's been a good few years, but we talk all things real estate, photography, business, growth, mindset, and getting it done. Just like today, we are going to talk about HDPhotoHub's property website and marketing kit, which is an asset that you can sell to your clients or add on and give to them for free.
Sorry to interrupt, Rach, but did you hear that when STS listeners use the code STS, they're getting 10 complete marketing kits?
Yeah, which includes property websites, videos, flyers, and more, absolutely free. So HDPhotoHub is a back-end system for real estate photographers. It is specifically designed to help you run and manage your business. They have everything from online ordering, scheduling, photo delivery. You can lock the photos, so your clients have to pay before they can download them, which is fantastic. What else? Invoicing.
Yeah.
It integrates with your Google Calendar, so all the shoots show up on your calendar, calculates drive times. You can set it up all kinds of amazing ways to tailor it to your business. You can calculate shooter payout for your photographers on your team and track mileage and all that stuff for your team. It's really a robust system that just really helps you manage your business and keeps everything all in one place. And it's super professional looking. Your clients have their own client dashboard and client portal where all of their shoots live forever. So they can access those whenever they want. You don't get that annoying email like, hey, can you send me that shoot from back in 2021? You're like, let me go find that on my hard drive in my closet. None of that.
I legit have that closet full of hard drives as well.
Me too. I have like 6 of them. I'm like, goodness, I just keep these forever. I don't think they're going to work soon. Anyways, there's also a property website and marketing kit, which is the feature that brought me to HDPhotoHub. I was doing some research. This was back in 2020, like early 2020. I saw another photographer that had a property website that they were offering. And I said, wow, that's so cool. They actually go and make a website for their clients. And I had made my own website in 2017 when I started my real estate photography business, and I did it in Wix, and it took forever and it was a pain, and I'm like, there's no way these guys are making these for their clients. That's easy, right? And then I stumbled upon HDPhotoHub and Ario, which both offer them. And I did a lot of comparison to see, what the different companies offered and pricing and all that. And at the end of the day, for me, it was the marketing kit that sold me on HDPhotoHub. And I signed up with them for their free trial. They give you a few marketing kits for free so you can test them out. And I loaded one of my clients' stuff in there and sent it to her. And I said, hey, I'm trying out this new system. Tell me what you think about this property website and marketing kit. And she wrote back just like a raving review about it. She was like, oh my God, I love this. I think, and I was like, how much do you think clients would pay for this? And she goes, oh, at least $150. And I was like, what? Say what?
Yeah.
And at the
Okay,
time,
cool.
yeah, I mean, it's a credit system now, so it's a little different, but it was like, I think it was $15 to activate it, or 12 if you bought in bulk, like with the old credit system they had. So anyways, it was just like a no-brainer for me that this is going to be a game changer. Also, as soon as I switched over to HD PhotoHub, I had a lot of compliments from my clients and they were like, wow, your system looks so good and professional now. I love it. Like, a lot of people liked it. So it just gives you that polished look, keeps everything in one spot, and it's white labeled. So you can add your own personal touch, all your own branding, your colors, your fonts, like all that stuff so that it looks like your website. So when they log in, it's not like jarring. They feel like they're on the same website when they log into your order form.
Right. Yeah, and on our websites, both Rachel and I basically have I don't know how you set it up, but I have a booking link on mine. It just says like, book now or whatever at the top in my website. So they just click on that and it's basically at that point they go into HDPhotoHub and they book everything, have it all set up that they can choose, what photographer wants, what time they're looking for, and it shows all the availability, all the things they could book, all the pricing and all that. And they book it there, they pay for it there, all that stuff, all the media is delivered there. So it's really slick and seamless for them. For them, it's just something that Neal does, so it's definitely very cool.
So
and,
go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, and I remember before HDPhotoHub, I remember a couple times agents asking me, oh, do you do a website? And I remember just thinking that was like the craziest thing. Like I had no idea how I'd ever be able to do that. Like, whoa, no, I don't. Like, who does that? And how do they do that? What? They give you a website?
Their own web designer on their team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Crazy. Nope, it's just a template. It is white labeled and you can sell it to your clients or give it away for free. And it's a good ad value, a good lead to get people in. So we are going to kind of go over how we sell it, what we price it for, some feedback we've gotten from clients about it, and because some of the bad too, because there are a couple learning curves with this system and with the property website marketing kit that some agents struggle with. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll just walk through all the features.
Yeah, and up top too, you should know that it's not just a website. There's a bunch of other assets in the marketing kit that a lot of agents like and use and are very helpful for them too, besides just the website. So we'll talk about all that too.
Some of the benefits of using the property website and marketing kit are you're helping your clients to build their personal brand. Well, should we explain what's in it and then we can talk about the benefits?
Yeah, let's talk about what's in it.
That makes more sense. Okay, we're going to reverse the order of the outline. Sorry, guys. We thought we could just wing this one, but apparently not. Okay, Neal, what's in the property website and marketing kit?
Okay, so a big piece of it is the website. So in your website, you've got all the media that you created for that listing. So if you did, obviously, photos, the photos are in there. If you did floor plan, the floor plan is in there. If you did videos, you can attach the videos to that. If you did a Matterport, you can put that in there. So basically all the assets are in that website. The website does a bunch of cool things. Obviously it shows it off, but they can use that to post on Facebook, to build SEO. It'll collect statistics. I set up mine to auto send every 7 days a report on, how many people have come to see it, what's the traffic, where's the traffic coming from, all that kind of stuff. It does all that in the website. They can also get direct, leads through that website. Doesn't come through us, so it goes straight to the agent. They like that. If somebody says, hey, I'd like to know more about this house, it'll go right to them. So what am I missing on the website? What have I forgotten?
They receive a branded and an unbranded link that they can share. So they can put that link on the MLS. There's a QR code that also comes in the marketing kit that brings them to the property website. So that's great for your signposts, silent talkers, on the flyers, on a business card, like wherever you can put a QR code, right?
Yep. Then there also has local area information. A lot of the agents really like that because some of them have other resources for a website, but they don't all have all the same features that this one has. One of the things they like is the local area information. It also has the local schools information. It just pulls all that automatically into that. So when people go look at that house, they can click on those things. It also shows a map.
Or active map.
Yeah, interactive map, so you can click around and see the area where the house is. So like one time I had a house that was right on the water that was right next to a golf course, and that looked really cool. And they're like, oh, geez, it's in an awesome location. So they really like a lot of those features. So that's just like a basic overview, but it also looks really nice. There's also different templates that you could change it to. You can customize it and stuff like that. And they can do all that on the back end too. They can reorganize their photos and their media in there. If they want to change the order, they can hide stuff. You know, if they don't want to show a photo, they just hit the eyeball symbol and it hides it, and, you know, stuff like that. So there's a ton to that. That's one piece. Then you've also got other assets in there. You've got, printable flyers.
Marketing kit. So there's also other assets in there, which is in the marketing kit part of it. So the property website is one part of it, and the other part you get is the marketing kit. And that includes what, Neil?
Yeah, so you've got printable flyers in there. So all different formats of these flyers that you can print and different templates and stuff like that. So sometimes people use those to, you know, print out and put at their open house.
There's single-sided flyers and double-sided flyers in there. They don't have any 4-sided flyers yet, I don't believe, for like a pamphlet.
Oh, yeah.
I've been asked. So you can take 4 different templates and make it into, you know, kind of customize it yourself. But as of now, they don't have a full page one, just 2.
Yeah.
You can take those flyers and have them printed wherever you want. There is an integration with an app for printing it, like a print service. So they can have access to that too.
Yep.
Have you?
What's that?
Have you ever had a client who's used that or that you know of?
No, but it is the one that's in there is a very big company that I know it's the same I looked into it because somebody was asking me about it, because Coldwell Banker does a lot of part of their they have like this concierge program that a couple of my clients are a part of, and it's hard to compete with because they give you all these assets really cheap because they use this big company, but they get a super big discount because Coldwell, you know, they're so big. But anyway, so I know it's that same company. I was looked into it, called the guy up, and basically he told me, yeah, we're the guys they use basically. So they're super legit and they do a great job, and they can do super fast turnaround on flyers, and it's all really nice quality stuff. I've seen some from my agents. It looks really nice. So you can definitely do that. And that is something you could also do to separate yourself. Say, oh, you know, you could do a little upcharge on it or something like that. But it'd be hard to compete if you're competing with somebody, you know, a gorilla like Cold, you know, some big brokerage who uses them who get some discount. But yeah, it's cool. So then you also have social media templates. So you've got these, like if you want to do a post on Pinterest, there's a template where you can add the photos into that and post to Pinterest. There's a whole bunch of social media reels, and that's the other thing. Those templates you can use for posting on Facebook, and they're all formatted for the different platforms. If you need a square format, if you need a, you know, vertical format, if you need a landscape, so there's all those different options in there. And then they also have animated reels. So some are just static and some are animated things. So you have like a slideshow based off of your photos. For like a post, and then there's actually a literal slideshow that they make from the photos as well. So even if you don't offer video, there's a couple things in there that can be used for social media to post, you know, slideshow type videos that are automatically generated off your photos, and they look really good. And there's a big variety of different templates to choose from and different reels to choose from based off photos that a lot of the agents really like. And I tell them that this is a great tool to, you know, plan out like several hits that you'll do with the social media content for your listing. Like if you always, you know, post a certain type of reel day one, like the just listed, they have like a just listed, they have like a sold, they have, you know, a lot of the stuff, and then they have a different variety of things in there too. But if you always do that like a strategy, this is a great thing to show at a listing appointment, to go, hey, look at all the marketing we do on social media for this. Not, you know, most agents just, you know, throw up like it's live and they're done. But if you have a strategy of like the first 5 days that you're using one of each of these little pieces of content that just comes with the marketing kit, they look much cooler than the other agent. They look like they're really know what they're doing with marketing. So that's one of the things that people like when I tell them about that. And also they maybe post the website day one. So they start getting the SEO building on the website, posting that on Facebook or something like that. And then, day two, they post one of those reels. And, day three, maybe they post the video, the actual video I made for them or whatever the case might be. But it really makes it look like impressive what they're doing.
Yeah, like they've got a whole marketing strategy, right? Going
Yeah.
forward. Totally.
Yeah.
And some of the posts, just for examples of what they say, there's reels and then there's posts. The posts are just a photo. They can choose which image they want on there. And then it says it's listed with the address and a picture of the agent. Another one is like a picture of the house and it says this won't last long. It's got the agent's info. Another one is open house and it says put the date here. So you type in the date, or they do. And that one has 4 pictures on it. So it's just these quick little, there's a bunch of them. So it's like there's all these options.
Yeah.
New to the market, just sold, just listed, new listing. There's a whole bunch. So, and then
and there's a couple that are based off of, you have like a information section that you can put in like how many bedrooms, how many square feet and stuff like that. And a couple of them will generate that. They'll say like 3 beds, 4 baths as they play and they show the different photos and stuff. So yeah, there's some good ones in there. They're really cool. They look really nice. They don't look like sometimes you see generic stuff that are really dated and tacky. They do a good job with the fonts and the style that it looks modern and looks clean and sleek, so.
And they do have a teaser video, which is probably my favorite. It just goes through the photo gallery, the site media, really quickly and shows all the photos. So they're probably on the screen for like a quarter of a second, maybe a half second each. So you get through the photos really quickly. That one's nice. They've got a square version and a horizontal. So both platforms. And then like Neal said, that long slideshow probably spends like 3 to 4 seconds per photo. So it's pretty long. It's like 2 minutes long. Sounds a little.
Yeah, I like the fast one too. For me, that's too slow. I can't do that. It needs to be faster.
Totally.
Yeah.
So the cool thing is like they have the option to go in and edit these and they can change all of the colors, the fonts, they can change the photo out super easy. It's like working in Canva. It's pretty darn easy to use. So it's pretty user friendly. There is a bit of a learning curve though when they get in there. I know I've had a lot of clients that are like, oh, how do I do this? And it's very overwhelming at first, but it's like anything else. As soon as you sit down and just play with it for a few minutes, you'll figure it out. It's pretty user friendly.
Yeah. And that's one of the main reasons I know Rach has too, is made a little overview video for them to just show them the basic, because a couple of the things for me when I first did them wasn't the way I would have thought you would do it, like the way you clicked to change something. I forget now, honestly. I don't do it very often myself because they do it. But when I made the video, I did it for that reason, because it was kind of like, there was some silly thing like, you do this instead of that. And it's just not what I thought instinctively to do. So once I made the video, that solved that problem for people. So you might want to just make a how-to video. And in HDPhotoHub, you can put a link at the top to, like I have a little link in the border that says how-to videos. And it just brings them for me, it brings them to my Vimeo where I have a couple how-to videos.
You said you put that on your website?
It's in HDPhotoHub when they're in their account. When they're looking at their account, it's at the top.
Okay, you're gonna have to show me how you do that because that's cool. I don't think I can do that. Sweet. You can add really?
Yeah, here, hang on a second. You want to pause it?
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that little nugget with me, Neal. I will definitely be setting that up. That's cool. So right on your client portal, you just have a little link that says, check out my help videos here. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they go to my Vimeo account, but you could do like YouTube or whatever. Yeah.
I have mine on my YouTube account and I'll just text it to clients. Casey reaches out to new clients and sends them like a welcome email and that's included. It's like a hyperlink, but yeah, that is nice to have that on there because I still have clients who are like, I think you've sent it to me, but I never watched it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Again.
Let me send that again. Yeah.
It's your account. It's in your account. You'll see it.
Oh, and then I wonder if it's on the app. I've never checked, and I wanted to mention there is an app too. And for the social media templates, it's really nice and easy for them to share from the app. You do the same kind of like share to Instagram and it'll open that up, and so it's easy to share like a post from their gallery and stuff on that app too, which is pretty cool. But the app is an add-on thing for HDPhoto. But if you're interested in that, reach out to HDPhoto. But it's really nice, and my clients really like it. So
yeah,
Psst. Sorry to interrupt. If you haven't heard, Rach and I are using Pixl CRM.
Pixl CRM isn't just another boring tool. It's basically your business's best friend. With Pixl CRM, you can automate your lead generation, follow-ups, client communication, and stay top of mind with email campaigns. And there's just so much more.
And if you want, you can try it out today. Just go to pixelcrm.com/STS, and you're going to get the first month of Pixl CRM free.
Okay, I think that covers pretty much everything that the property website and marketing kit includes. It's
Yep.
awesome. My clients love it. I include it for free with all my packages or any video that I do. And then, yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I have it as an add-on for $50 if they want the marketing kit, or I include it in my packages as well. And a big reason that I started including it in my packages, and it's part of the reason why I even created packages in the first place, was because I started hearing about this competitor and agents didn't understand. They thought they were like doing a bunch of stuff that I couldn't do. Like, oh, you get a website, oh, you get all this other stuff. And basically I was like, what are you talking about? And they were like, oh, they give you a video and it's like dirt cheap. And I'm like, and I come to find out I thought that they were giving them like a real physical filmed video, super cheap with a photo package, but they weren't. It was a slideshow, or it was an automatic reel, which is all part of the marketing kit, right? That I could include for an additional $50. And, so I made my packages so that it could be very clear that I have all that same stuff. And so that's why my packages talk about the marketing kit and everything that's included in the marketing kit.
You
And
really
so,
break that down like as a line item for each thing, which I think is cool. I just say property website and marketing kit. They don't know what they're getting.
yeah, and I kind of did it a little. It was a little more taxing to set it up that way, where each thing is an item. But I did it that way so I wanted to just kill that dead in the water. That no, they don't have anything different. I give you all the same stuff. Here it is for I have a basic package that's basically just photos, and I think it's photos and a floor plan and a marketing kit. That's just a little bit more than photos would be, and it looks like, dang, look at all the stuff I get.
Yeah.
So
I like that. That's a good idea. You mentioned this before on the podcast, and I was like, I need to do that for mine. I'm going to do that. And I still have not. Obviously, it's a high priority on my head, but
yeah, well, if it's not a problem, I don't know if it's the right way to go or not. It's just how I thought I could solve that problem, and it seems, I don't know. I feel like it's good. But then the downside, I'll say. So if we want to talk about downside, the downside of that is the package looks very big on the page, and you've got to scroll a lot more to get to the next package, to get to the a la carte stuff, for example. So that's the downside of doing it that way. Whereas if you do it your way, it's this nice little clean little box, and it's like there's 4 things on the screen, and you're like, this one. So there's a plus and a minus,
Because if you confuse, you lose, Neal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been. I mean, people have said that any change is hard for people. Like it used to always be just a la carte right off the bat, right? But it can't be that bad for them because a lot of my clients who never did packages before are choosing the packages. So it definitely takes a minute to understand what's what. But I think that the plus outweighed the negative, that they definitely are not confused that I offer all this crap anymore. So that's good.
Yeah, I had a client that actually switched from another photographer to us, simply for the property website and marketing kit. And he straight up told me, he's like, there's nothing different in your services. I wasn't upset with any of the stuff that he did. He just didn't have a property website and marketing kit. And I love that. So I used, and I was like, wow, okay, that's so
Nice.
yeah. And I had another client who recently reached out. They've been with us for a long time. And she was like, I just learned how to use the property website and marketing kit. And we absolutely love it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, this is so great. I have been posting on social media like crazy for our listing. And she's like, this is amazing. You guys make it so easy. So
Yeah.
she's been with us for 5 years, since 2020. So 5 years. And she's never really dove into how to use it. And finally, they're jumping into social media. So I think she didn't really have a big need for it previous. So she's now seeing the benefits of it. And yeah, anything
Nice.
you can give them that's templated, that's easy for social media is like a bonus because they're all being told to get on social media.
Yeah.
Like get on social media. It's kind of expected now. And if you're not doing it, you're really falling behind at this point.
Oh yeah, and I want to say that too. Like a big part of them getting on social media isn't just to post something about a house, but they want to get their face out there. So a nice thing about some of the templates too is in the system they can input a portrait of themselves, and some of those templated reels they pop up on the screen as well with their like contact information and stuff. So it's branding their face and stuff too, which is nice. So I know a lot of them like that too.
Yeah, and all their friends were like, "Oh my gosh, Neal has another listing. What? Neal's killing it."
Right, right.
Call him
Yeah.
up to my house.
And I had one, another plus to the marketing packages, including that marketing kit, is some people have seen the marketing kit where they would have ignored it before, right? And just because they got it with it, and they're like, "Oh, this thing's pretty cool." And then one of them actually said, "I didn't think I cared about your website because we already have with our brokerage, they have something included that gives you that. So I didn't need it." And then she's like, "But I looked at yours and it was way better. So now I'm not using that one anymore. I'm using yours." So that was nice feedback to hear.
Okay. And I love that there's different templates because it really can be tailored to your brand.
Yeah.
But I know I have heard that quite a bit. Oh, our brokerage gives us a property website. I'm like, all right, whatever. Well, we still have the marketing kit if you want it. I mean, there's a lot in there.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's,
For me, it's like it's included with packages. If people, not a ton of people add it on, most people that use it or are ordering our packages. And that's just like an added bonus. You basically get it for free.
yeah. Yeah. Cool. Is there any other downsides that you have seen?
The learning curve and the phone calls and the emails and the questions, which haven't been that many. I mean, also have a full-time assistant who deals with all that now. So I haven't really seen much of that in the last year, to be honest. But it used to be like, "Hey, can you walk me through how to do this? Like, I can't figure it out." I'm like, "Of course, yes." So I use Loom, Loom. It's a recording software to record your screen, and then there's a little bubble head of you in the corner so they can see you talking as you're walking through everything. So I will, a lot of times if they have a question about something, I'll just make a Loom video, walk them through it, extract how to do it, and then send it to them. And they love that. And then they can watch that, they can slow it down, whatever. But if not, I have jumped on Zoom calls with people. And honestly, it's that one-on-one coaching with them and the time that you're putting in to spend with your client, you're just getting to know them better and you're helping them. So it's not a bad thing at all. It's getting you in front of them, which I think is like invaluable. And they love that. They're like, "Oh, thank you for taking the time. I know I'm a pain. I'm just so old. I don't get technology."
I'm not good with technology.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. And I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
the ones
Totally.
that really bug me when they call and they're mad because they can't download their photos and they think it's our system and it's not, it's them. They don't know how to go to the download folder and say,
Yeah.
like, "I've done that and they're not there." I'm like, "Well, they have to be there if you click the download button. I don't know how to help you." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Let's have you share your screen with me on Zoom." Yeah, that's not going to work either. Okay.
Yeah. I have had that too. Like, where do I download them? I'm like, the easiest thing I always tell them that is the email always gets them there the easiest. I'm like, "Did you get the email?" "I don't know." I'll just resend the email. Like, you're going to get an email in a second and I'll check the text box if they've given a phone number too. I'll send them the email and the text and it goes right there. Brings them to the download page and they're like, oh, there it is.
Like, how do I download? It's like I click the button and now it's in a zip drive. And I'm like, "So double click it." And they do it.
Oh,
And then they're like, "Well, now what do I do with them?" I'm like,
oh my gosh. I had that too. How do you not know what a zip folder is?
"No, Neal, I don't know." I'm like, "I don't know." I had one gal that was straight up threatening to not use us. She's like, "This is why I use the other company because they just send me a Dropbox link." And I was like, "Girl, you get LS size folder pictures and you get print size and you can make your own custom size if you really want to get particular here." Like,
Yeah, and you still have to download from Dropbox. What's the difference? What are you talking about? I had that same reaction from a lady who...
in my life. So it's not like it happens all the time, just for the record.
No, I did have one lady who had that same reaction, was like irate on the phone. And she's like, "I don't understand. It just has numbers. I don't see anything, just these boxes with numbers." And I'm like, she clearly had never used a computer before in her life.
Oh.
And so she was looking at like, you know, how you can do like list view, or you could do like details view, or you could do like the view, that large icon view where you see the images, and you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, can you right click? She's like, what's right click? I'm like, you need to go to your brokerage office. You have a manager at your brokerage office? She's like, yes. Your manager knows how to do this. And I cannot see your screen right now. What I'd highly recommend is call up your manager and see if you can come in for 5 minutes, and they'll show you exactly the right thing to do, because I also don't know what happens on MLS side of things. So even once you get those photos, I can't help you get on MLS. So I recommend you talk to your manager.
I'm using that. I don't know why I don't say that more often.
Yeah.
I'm like such a helper. I'm like, oh, we can figure it out. Don't worry. And then
Oh my God. And she wasn't going to, like, I knew that. I was like, doesn't matter what I do right now. She's just going to flip out on me. I can't solve this problem. She's like, you know,
yeah, that's how mine was.
anxiety
like,
through the roof.
Elevated. Yeah. She's like, you know, Rachel Ann, which, okay. Rachel Ann was, Ann's my middle name. When I was in trouble when I was a kid, my dad would scream, Rachel Ann, get out here. Like, that's the only time I heard my middle name was when he was yelling at me. So when people call me that, it kind of like, it's a trigger word for me. I'm kind of like, what? Like, my reaction is like, what do you want? I changed my business from Rachel Adkins Photography when I got divorced to Rachel Ann. So I keep the same RA logo, but just change the name. Anyways. When I was gonna change my last name to Harp when I got married to Abel Harp, but then I ended up, my kids didn't care, and I was like, I'm not changing all of it if you don't care. So I did never change my last name because I want the same last name as my kids. Anyways, long story short, this client was like, Rachel Ann, I really want to use you, but this is not easy to use, this system, and I just can't deal with this. And I was like, girl, okay, I should have been like, I would recommend that you go to your brokerage, talk to your man, ask for 5 minutes. I'm going to say that name.
I know. I've also said, you know, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I think I did say that time. I was like, I understand you're frustrated, but please know this is an industry standard. This platform. Like, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
This is not me. This is you.
Well, anyway, yeah, that time was very hard to not get upset because she was literally like yelling on the phone. I was like, wow. You know why? And you know why the problem happens? Because she was at some kind of brokerage where they handled all that before. She had literally done it probably with 20 years with them and never touched it, never touched a file. I'm like, how have you never had to do this? Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some people. Anyways, so the marketing kit has a few pain points in the program. And just our
people have the pain points.
There's so many wonderful clients out there, but the little ones that like just kind of put that speed bump in your day are the ones that just stand out, don't they?
Oh yeah, they do. You remember those ones
all day long, but like all the good ones, I kind of.
Everybody else in your office has accomplished this, but you, my dear.
But if we just literally had no filters anymore, exactly what we thought and how we felt every day. Mm-hmm. Like America is just the most like BS country ever. Everybody walks around like everything's friggin' hunky-dory and doesn't tell the truth just to like dance around everyone's feelings. I just think it would be fun to have one day where no one has filters. Just see what happens.
Oh God.
There'd be a lot of fights at first.
That would be a very scary day.
It'd be like the purge.
It would be the purge. It would be exactly that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna suit up and get my guns and my armor on.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We will be prepared.
We gotta go.
Let's go.
Still. Okay. What else are we doing? I think that was the good, the bad, and the ugly. Oh, we're talking about pricing. HDPhotoHub has a couple different ways that they run their pricing. They have a basic delivery and a full delivery. So it's either $5 $10. It used to be 15 for the property website marketing kit, and they've lowered it to 10. So that's awesome. You can get, so the basic delivery for $5 just gives them a white label delivery page. They get all their media, links, videos, and everything that they can download from the site. Clients have the login for their client portal. All the HDPhotoHub logos and brandings are removed. And then, or you can pay $10 and get the property website marketing kit. And that one is white labeled. You get all the media links, all that stuff, plus you get the marketing kit and the property website. So $5 hairs or $10 hairs for those. Wonderful.
There you go.
And then they have special pricing for larger businesses. If you want to buy in bulk, you can get a discount or something. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. Honestly, I would have to say that I think for me, when I switched in 2020, it kind of just leveled me up. The whole system just made me a real business, like a real legit business. And it was so brand with everything I was doing. I was trying really hard to build my personal brand and to make sure that everything was cohesive, and I was very active on making videos and trying to promote this to people and get it out there. And HDPhotoHub also has some marketing assets that they provide for us so we can promote the property website and marketing kit to our clients. They have a couple of videos, and there's like stock photos that you can use on your website and stuff. I have them on my website. I posted a couple of those on social media too. So those are great. So yeah, and their support is amazing. They get back to you right away. If you have any and
well, that is one of the great things about HDPhotoHub is just there's really great people behind it that are running the company. They're all people that you would actually like to meet and hang out with. So I love that actually. Yeah.
So, all right. I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah.
If you haven't tried it out, you should. You can get some free full media downloads if you enter in code STS, which you probably heard our ads throughout this episode, so we don't need to give you the details. But check it out. We'll write in the description below. We'll also link Neal and I's demo videos, so you guys can check those out if you're interested. And if you want to follow us over on Instagram, our handle is now Grow with Rach and Neal. We were being shadow banned for having a cuss word, so I won't say a bad word on the podcast. But
we have potty mouths.
Yeah, terrible name. When we started the podcast, I remember you gave me this huge list of ideas for names, and I was like, "That's it, that one." Like there was a code out in my mind, but then I was like, "Well, there's not bad. Who cares?
Yeah.
Whatever." Yeah,
it's what we do. We shoot the shit. What can I say?
We do, and it's just the perfect name. Anyways, and we've debated and talked to people about this. I'm like, should we change the name because we're getting shadow banned? We have terrible reach. Who cares? It's fine.
Yeah.
So thanks for being an avid listener. We appreciate you because I don't think we're coming up in the searches. But obviously someone listens or we wouldn't keep doing this, right, Neal?
Yeah, we do appreciate it. However you have found us.
Have a wonderful evening or day, and be safe out there. Watch out for that day when everybody...
Yeah, watch out for no filter day. It's going to be scary.
We gotta go.
We'll see you on the next one. We're delirious. All right.